Hello, everyone. My name is Ben Reichert, and I am this year's senior class president, and I will be your master of ceremonies for tonight. I have the honor of welcoming all of you to the 1998 Southwest graduation ceremony. I also have the honor of being the first one up here. As I look into the crowd, not only do I see many faces staring back at me, but also memories. Memories of freshman year with the V, of winning our first football game in the new Dahlen Stadium, and of the last days of high school. All in all, these have been some great times. And according to some people, these will be our best times ever. Makes me very proud to see all of us here gathered tonight. And this moment, well, I will never forget. Now, if you'd all please rise for the singing of the national anthem, which will be played by our very own Southwest Concert Band. Thank you all very much. You may all be seated now. At this time, I'd like to introduce our first speaker of tonight's ceremony, Amanda Crevillian.
I once had a dream. My goodness, is it ever cold out here, and bright, and loud. And hey, where am I? Who are these guys with the white coats on? Hey, it's really cold. Hey, who's this? Aw, that's right. That's better. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm hungry. Wow, so this is the real world. Big deal. Man, it looks scary to me. I hope I make it. Boy, I'm tired. I think I'll take a little nap. Dateline, early 1980s. Geez, I'm drooling. Hey, what's this? A tooth. Cool. Watch this. I'm crawling. I'm walking. Uh-oh, I'm falling. Hey, how about a little help here? Up we go. Thanks, Mom. So much to see, so much to do. Oh boy, so much to learn. The bottle, the training pants, the big wheel, the roller skates. All right, my first pair of big girl pants. Hey, where's my blanket? I can ride a bike. School? What do you mean school? Lots of kids, all by myself, without you guys? You've got to be kidding me. Well, here we go. The real world. Let's get down to business. Geez, everyone's so tall. So many people, and books, and pencils, and hey, who are you? Let's be friends. Let's be best friends. Oh, look, boys. Yuck. We have one at home. He's my brother. Playtime? I'm all about that. What's that you're saying? Next year we get down to business? What's business anyways? What's next year? Oh, the real world. Oh my. First grade, second grade, third grade. Oh my. Fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. Oh my. Volleyball, basketball, homework, oh my. The plays, the clubs, the homework, oh my. My first party, just girls, of course. If only I were a teenager. Volleyball, basketball, homework, oh my. The homework, the boys, oh my. Now where am I going? Middle school? What's that? I know, it's time to get down to business. Homework, soccer, baseball, hi mom, bye mom, see ya, love ya. Boy, I can't wait to get my license. If only I were 16. A car, a job, dates, parties, my own room, my own life. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. I'll do it myself. I'm fine. Boy, this homework is tough. Hey, how about a little help? Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad, but I can handle everything from here. I'm getting tired. I think I'll take a little nap. Wow, it's the big house, the big time, high school. I made it, the real world. Let's get down to business. Students report to homeroom. Here are your morning announcements. Freshman football practice today after school. Don't be late. Tryouts for the school play, The Crucible, will be held next Thursday. Pick up information from Mrs. Mark's room. Tickets for the homecoming dance will be going on sale tomorrow during the lunch hours. There will be a meeting for all seniors on Tuesday at 3:05 in the Commons. Be there. The following students have messages in the office. So this must be the real world. We're getting down to business. I think I'll take a little nap. Geez, I can't believe I'm a freshman in high school. Where has the time gone? I'm so grown up. Well, at least that's what Mom says. I have parties to go to, things to do, people to see, or at least I think I do. The tennis team, the eco meeting, the forensics competition, football games, the homecoming dance. Dance? I need something to wear. Dad, can I have some money? A job? What's a job? Me? Mom, I need a ride. You're busy? I hate this. I wish I had my license. Next year I'll be a sophomore. JV, geometry, biology. Mom, can I borrow the car? You need it? What? Next year I'll be a junior. I'll have enough money to buy my own car. I'll be an upperclassman. Homecoming, I'll be the one with the marker. It's my junior year. Busy, busy, busy. Prom dresses, ACTs, college visits, Spanish class again? What do you mean some colleges want 3 years of a foreign language now? Prom tickets cost how much? Buy a seat for what stadium? Hey Mom, can I borrow some money? I know I have a job. Do you realize how much I make? Soccer practice is until 6. But what about my trade test? Go out for coffee where? Oh, okay. Meet you there at 6:30. Man, I can't wait till I'm a senior. It'll be a breeze. No math, no science, maybe even co-op. Yeah, that sounds good. A half a day of school. I can't wait. I have to get down to business. It's my senior year. My college application was due when? They're making me pay to graduate? I think I paid enough. What scholarship? The senior class trip? Yeah, right. I don't have enough money to make a trip to Annie's for some coffee, let alone Puerto Vallarta. When were cap and gown measurements taken? I missed them? Life seems so complicated. I can't imagine it could get any harder than this. What? What? It's time to go? Let me grab my camera. It's time to graduate. Wow, what a night. Senior lock-in was the best. But it's back to the real world now. I've got to get down to business. But hey, what's the hurry? I've got my whole life ahead of me, or so they say. I wonder what I should do, whom I should become, whom I shall be. A doctor? A lawyer? A mother? A baker? A candlestick maker? Nah. Politics? Corporate life? Be my own boss? Oh, I don't know. College? Tech school? Apprenticeship? The Marines? The Marines? Who knows? I've got to get down to business. You know, it's the real world. Thank goodness it's just the beginning of summer. Dad says it's the summer of my life. What's with that? Who knows? Anyway, I'll party, go to the lake, hang out at... Man, I've got to get to work. It's the real world. I need money for school, or I'll have to get a full-time job right away. I'll buy a car, have kids, retire, have grandchildren. Geez, I'm tired. I think I'll take a little nap. Good evening, class of 98. I guess it really is time to get down to business and get into the new real world. The real world is you and what you make of it. We've lived our lives together, but very much separately until now. From now on, many of us will go our separate ways, to the ends of the earth, till the end of our time. What will you do with your life? Celebrate the past and what you've accomplished. Take advantage of the present and the opportunities you have now. The future is in your hands. Think about it. Take the initiative. Let's get down to business. It's up to you. Be well, prosper, grow, thrive forevermore. And remember, no one plans to fail. However, some fail to plan. Let's not fail, but succeed in whatever we do. Let's get down to business. I am tired. I think I'll take a little nap.
Thank you, Amanda. Now I'd like to introduce our second speaker of the night, and that's Ann Dahl.
In the 1970s, the group America sang the lyrics, "Oz didn't give nothing to the Tin Man that the Tin Man didn't already have." Tonight, I suggest that no one can give the class of 98 that which we do not already possess. I believe, in the end, it all comes down to us as individuals. As author Joe Coudert once said, you cannot live in someone else. You cannot find yourself in someone else. You cannot be given a life by someone else. Of all the people you will meet in a lifetime, you are the only one you will never lose or leave. To the question of your life, you are the only answer. To the problems of your life, you are the only solution. Our class motto is "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." And if a seasoned traveler learns anything from his journeys, he learns the virtue of traveling light. The essentials we need on our journey of 1,000 miles can't be packed into suitcases. All that we have ever needed is found entirely within each one of us. This is exactly what four characters, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, and Dorothy, learn in the story of The Wizard of Oz. Seeking intelligence, heart, courage, and the power to return home, they embark on a classic journey to the Emerald City, hoping the Wizard of Oz will solve their problems. Only after they have triumphed over the Wicked Witch of the West do they realize they already possessed exactly what they were so desperately seeking. In the very end, the Wizard of Oz can only present each of them with a symbol of what they already had inside of themselves, merely a physical representation of that which they were searching for. When the class of 98 entered high school 4 years ago, you could say we were much like the Scarecrow, searching for a brain. In the end, the Scarecrow receives a diploma as proof of his intelligence. But the diploma did not make him any smarter than he already was. He proved his intellect by his clever and successful scheme to free Dorothy from the Wicked Witch. Likewise, when we receive our diploma tonight, it will only be a symbol of our achievements in all areas of learning: science, graphic arts, language, music, technology education, math, and physical education. Over the past 2 years, the class of 98 has contributed to the 4 academic teams. The social studies and science teams took first place at the district competition this year. And last year, 3 of the 4 teams placed in the top 3. The class of 98 doesn't need the wizard to give us a diploma to prove that we have brains. We have learned how to think for ourselves. The Tin Man went to Oz in search of a heart. Although the Wizard of Oz warned that hearts won't be practical until they are made unbreakable, our class understands the importance of having heart. When the class of '98 started high school, we still had the middle school mindset. We didn't need our parents, we never cried, and we hardly even liked ourselves, much less our own friends. But little by little, we proved we had plenty of heart. As freshmen, we contributed to a fundraiser to defray the cost of Mr. St. Andre's treatment when he was sick, which was quite generous considering the Saint's reputation for giving unbearably grueling tests. Then, sophomore year brought a tragedy. Matt Saha, one of our classmates, died. We cried for him, we cried for his family, and we cried for ourselves and the loss we shared. This year, we had the opportunity to share in the exuberance of the girls' basketball team when they went to the state competition. The class of '98 doesn't need the Wizard to give us a testimonial. We have heart. The Cowardly Lion traveled to the Emerald City in hopes that the Wizard would give him courage. Whether it's lions and tigers and bears, or just taking the first step of a 1,000-mile journey, courage is absolutely essential. Our high school years are full of examples of courage. Remember the first time you raised your hand in class, tried out for an athletic team, got up on stage, or gave a speech? Remember when Bill Arroyan recovered from a serious car accident to come back and play football for us this year? We, the class of '98, don't need a medal to prove we have the nerve. We are courageous. And as for Dorothy, she finds the power to return to her home in Kansas after the good witch simply tells her that she's had the ability to return home all along. When asked why she hadn't told Dorothy in the first place, the witch responds that Dorothy wouldn't have believed it. She had to learn it for herself. And isn't this what our education is all about? How many times have our parents tried to tell us things that we've just simply had to learn for ourselves, the hard way? So ultimately, we must be thankful for the wizards in our own lives. Parents, teachers, friends, and relatives who inspire us to look within and discover our own infinite potential. For they have taught us not what to think, but how to think. So on behalf of the class of '98, I would like to thank every person in this arena for helping us realize our goal of graduating. Because of these wizards, the class of '98 shares a special moment tonight. For one instant, our 388 distinct paths have come together in a single point. But we will each continue in our personal journey, and our paths will again diverge. As we leave the arena tonight, let us remember Dorothy's lesson. If you are looking to find happiness in life, you needn't look any farther than your own backyard, because if you can't find happiness there, you simply aren't going to find it. So to each one of my classmates, my advice is simple. Follow your yellow brick road.
Thank you very much, Ann. Now I'd like to introduce Heather Hayes, who will be presenting a very special award, or a couple of awards.
At this time, I'd like to invite all the 4.0 students to come up here. Okay, and I would like to introduce Mr. Jerry McCormick. Mr. McCormick, would you please come out here? Mr. McCormick began his career in education in 1946 after coming home from World War II. Mr. McCormick became the first principal of Southwest High School in 1964 and remained in that position until 1967. In 1967, he moved into the position of the Director of Secondary Education for the Green Bay Schools and served in that capacity until he retired 15 years later. In his honor, the National Honor Society established the Jerome C. McCormick Award to recognize excellence in education. This award is presented annually to those students maintaining a 4.0 grade point average for 7 semesters. This year, our exceptional class has 9 students earning this honor. Would the following students please step forward to receive your award as your name is called? Nicole Bergstrom, Elizabeth Brown, Ann Dahl, Melissa Deere, Stephanie Gillis, Courtney Jensen, Christopher Kane, Stephanie Klett, and Jill Sigel. Let's have one last round of applause for all of them.
Thank you, Heather, and congratulations, guys. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Paulson and the Southwest Choir. Now I'd like to introduce our principal, good guy, Mr. John Jensen, and here he is.
Thank you, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty members, and especially the graduates of the class of 1998. It is with a great deal of honor and pride that I speak to you this evening. I am honored to be associated with the class of 1998, and I take great pride in the fact that I played a small part in your education here at Southwest High School, as have some of our honored guests on the stage this evening. We are honored to have with us tonight two members of the Board of Education, Mrs. Jean Marsh and Mrs. Dottie Jenks. Jean and Dottie, would you please stand? And finally, Dr. Joint, Superintendent of the Green Bay Schools. Dr. Joint. The class of 1998 is a class of many accomplishments. Its academic leadership is outstanding. This class is represented by 4 National Merit finalists and 12 AP scholars. That's the second most of any high school in the state. Your class produced champion athletic teams in basketball and tennis, as well as honored musicians and artists. And foremost, you contributed many hours of community service, much of which has gone unrecognized, except by its grateful recipients. Graduates, you have such a wide array of talents that as I started to think about the text of my speech tonight, I began comparing your preparation in life with a toolbox. You're probably wondering why a toolbox. For one thing, it's something that we're familiar with, but more importantly, a well-filled and carefully used and maintained toolbox parallels life experiences. First, I see that your years in school as preparing you with the tools for life. Secondly, I see the phase of life that you are just beginning as a time to put the tools to use. And finally, as anyone knows who has a toolbox, it constantly needs to be added to and reorganized, just as our lives needs constant rethinking and reevaluating. In many ways, a toolbox is never complete, just as our life's work is never complete. There is always something more to be accomplished. The first people who began preparing you with the tools for life were your family. This was probably the most critical period of your growth. At this time, could I ask the parents and the grandparents in the audience to please stand to be recognized for the many contributions that you have made in the lives of these graduates. Thank you. Second, let's look at the tools for life that your schooling has provided you. You've learned important facts about history and government, which are critical as you become voters. Much was learned about the meaning of literature. Your experience in music taught you the language of song as the composer tells his story. Your math and science classes taught you about the many phases of life, from simple measurement to complex formulas, and why things happen as they do. Technology classes have kept you abreast of current job skills. In our gymnasiums and through athletics, you have learned healthy life skills. At this time, could I ask all of the teachers in the audience to stand to be recognized for the many contributions that you have made to the lives of these graduates and for helping them to prepare for life. Thank you, staff. I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again. You have done a marvelous job. Each of you is leaving Southwest High School with different tools, depending upon your particular interests, your abilities, and the role you see yourself playing in life. All our roles will be different, yet important in their own ways. This brings to mind the story of little Jamie Scott. She was trying out for a part in the school play, and she was afraid she wouldn't be chosen. On the day the parts were announced, Jamie came home, eyes filled with pride and excitement, and said to her mom, "Guess what? I've been chosen to clap and cheer." Hopefully we can all learn a lesson from Jamie and find importance in the roles that we are to play. As you begin the next phase of your life, you'll be faced with many decisions. Many of you are continuing on to further education. Some of you will be joining the military, and others will be going directly into the workforce. Realize that your high school tools are only the basis for your learning. And as you continue through life, you'll continue to add many tools to your box. When you begin to make choices in the next phase of your life, think about the little boy in his t-ball game as he came up to bat. He swatted the ball off the tee and ran as fast as he could to third base. The coach went up to the little boy and said, "Son, you sure hit that ball a long way." The boy said, "I sure did." The coach said, "Yeah, and you really ran fast to third base and surprised the heck out of everybody." "I did," the little boy said. "Yes, you did. And I have one question to ask before you return to the dugout to watch the rest of the game. When you made the decision to run to third base rather than first base, what were you thinking?" The boy replied, "Well, everybody that was running to first base was being thrown out." The coach took the little boy into the dugout to talk to him. "Last time you made the decision of running to third base instead of first, and you made it, but you never got the chance to score. Soon you'll have that chance again. You can make the choice of running to third base and make it safely, but you won't help your team. Or you can take the chance of running to first base. You may get thrown out, but you may make it safely, and if you do, you'll have the opportunity to score and help your team. You decide, but whatever you decide, I want you to know that I'm right there behind you." This story is open to many different interpretations. All choices have consequences. Some are safe, and some are risky. You are the only one who can value the judgment. You are the only ones who can judge the value of your choices. I only hope that you have someone like this coach in the story who is willing to stand behind you no matter what your decision. Lastly, continue to rethink and to reevaluate your life's toolbox. Your parents and teachers have provided you with the tools for life. Use them wisely. And remember, no toolbox is ever complete. I would like to leave you with one final thought from Helen Keller. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. And now I join with the faculty, your family and friends in wishing you success in building your life. Thank you. Dr. Joint, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to recommend to you the class of 1998. Their record of academic accomplishment can be found on file at Southwest High School. Dr. Joint.
On behalf of the Board of Education and myself, I want to thank all of you who are here celebrating this wonderful event. You know, the comment I want to share with you is that Southwest High School is a wonderful educational community. I say this especially from the view of the partnerships that Southwest High School nurtures between parents, staff, and students. Your achievements are numerous. Examples of this kind of partnership would be the stadium that was constructed in the back of the campus. Every year when I go to the solo ensembles, I see that partnership working again at Southwest High School. Each year I come to this graduation, I see that partnership working again. And probably one of the best manifestations of it is the 9 students who stood up here. In fact, as a little political aside, I've sometimes heard just a brief hint that how come Southwest has so many of those fine students? And to me, the answer is not a question. It's a statement that this truly is a fine educational community. And tonight, your graduation is a celebration of that special partnership between students, parents, and the staff. And tonight, we should recognize all 3 of those key players. I want to thank the parents for the time that they've spent supporting education, starting with that first day of kindergarten to tonight, when you were there to support your son or daughter. And I want to thank the staff. And again, Southwest has a special standard. There are, I understand, 70 of the staff here, again, marking how proud you are of this achievement, and just as important, how significantly you are part of it. And finally, I want to thank the students. You are what we're celebrating tonight. And our wish for you is that you will be the best that you can be. Our hope for you is for happiness and success, because you truly are special people. Congratulations.
Amanda Pavilion. Ann Dahl. Laura Bartels. Elizabeth Brown. Kristen Bennett. Nick DeYoung. Jody Dubois. Nicole Elfie. Sarah Judd. Shannon Giuliani. Carrie Ager. Jessica Alida. Catherine Hall. Heather Hayes. Patricia Hempel. Lisa Milker. Harumi Urato. Rhiannon Hockers. Matthew Jensen. Heather Eldina McCutcheon. All the Native American students will be wearing blue and white sashes to represent their heritage and culture. The design on the scarves is a Menominee design. Kimberly McMonagle. Jeff McCash. Brenda Pigeon. Brielle Rieken. Sandra Reedy. Tom Rinkowski. Sarah Rupiper. Christian Staley. Lance Thomas. Nicole Tice. Sarah Pilon. Kelly Zastro. Sarah Edelbush. Ryan Alicia. Jonathan Amel. Carrie Anderson. Lisa Anderson. Christine Art. Emily Austin. Rachel Bachhuber. Daniel Bandy. Sarah Barber. Pauline Berry. Ryan Baseman. Mijo Maria Bataclin. Nicholas Bauer. Benjamin Bauman. Shelly Bishop. Brooke Logic. Eric Long. Jamie Long. Amy Bloomer. Kristen Bloomreich. Ellie Barboom. Rebecca Borst. John Boyd. Rochelle Pryor. Stephanie Brink. Eric Brown. Renee Rudnicki. Elizabeth Brunke. Lori Bromley. Jennifer Russo. Steve Brzezinski. Kadene Brzezinski. Andrew Hoffman. Keith Buntis. Heather Buntis. Allison Burl. Todd Bukovich. Dennis Halkin Delmer. Jessica Campbell. Sarah Papel. Vanessa Carroll. James Carroll. Joshua Casper. Karen Shalane. Megan Charles. Joseph Charlier. Tammy Christensen. Justice Cleveland. Sarah Host. Christy Collins. Lisa Collins. Bradley Colvin. Sean Coppins. Craig Corsten. Kyle P. Kuznos the first. Bartowski, Catherine Daly, Andrew Damon, John Darrow, Aaron Davis, Christopher Dean, Chad DeBosch, Melissa Spear, Amanda Deschanette, John DeGroat, Megan DeGroat, Crystal DiLorenzo, Jessica Demuth, Joshua Dennis, Valerie Peterbilt, Jay Doyster, Jennifer Doyster, Christina Devroy, Tony Dillenberg, Sarah Doyle, Emily Drake, Jennifer Driscoll, Matt Dulac, Trisha Abel, Joe Ecker, Julie Estel, Zachary Esterling, Christopher Fasanella, Matthew Berry, Mary Flynn, Kylie Frederickson, David Chris, Paul Chris, Sean Frost, Ryan Gallagher, Megan Galloway, Sabina Gareva, Tina Gardner, Andy Gar, Carrie Gatsky, David Germain, Nicholas Hayworth. Cody Hines. Timothy Endra. Heidi Burke. Sergio Arabia. Andrea Hearn. Andrea Herman. Andrew Herbson. Jennifer Edich. Nicole Hill. Bobby Sue Holger. Joshua Olwinski. Joseph Holford. Ashley Alubar. Brian Bonette. Catherine Hall. Kimberly Hall. Matthew Hutchins. Rebecca Hutchinson. Jamie Ingle. Joshua Jacob. Victoria Jacob. Emily Jacobson. Jason Jermuskowitz. Courtney Jensen. Ryan Jensen. Andrew Johnson. Inessa Johnson. Carrie Johnson. Graham Kesmerick. Matthew Kezrowski. Christopher Kane. Amanda Kennedy. Linda Kirsten. David Kettner. Jennifer Kilmer. Anna King. Aaron Patel Jr. Stephanie Flett. Patrick Lima. Kristen Clemens. Katie Klosterman. Jason Needlehan. Brent Ryansky.
the captain. Daniel Ledesma. Herbert Lechmiller. Roberto Linares. Brent Lichtenberg. Eric Lindberg. Jeffrey Lindemann. Deanna Linder. David Locke. Nathan Lois. Catherine Lovin. Candy Ludke. Carmen Mercutio. Matthew Barnes. Megan Maurer. Kimberly McNamara. Brooke Meister. Brian Miller. Bridget Miller. Elizabeth Miller. Amanda Middlestead. Nick Mago. Nicholas Moynihan. David Berchinsky. Hiroko Murashima. Sarah Murphy. Daniel Null. Aaron Neal. Ronald Nelson. Jessica Nick. Tara Nicholas. John Mullen. Aaron Nolan. Benjamin Duca. Paul Duca. William Arroyo. Chad Osowski. Gina Oswald. Andrew Oven. Cassandra Palmer. Karen Hatzlaff. Amanda Velka. Petty. Maria Piontek. Andrea Porter. Eric Fry. Katie Renier. Sarah Peterson. Tracy Paloman. Jeffrey Reynolds. Nicholas Roeder. Addie Royko. Leanna Russell. Lucas Sanders. Joshua Sands. Joshua Sauer. Christopher Daniels. Eric Schaff. Christina Shafee. Stephen Shafee. Marina Shelker. Eric Schmeckel. Eric Schmidt. Corey Schubring. Daniel Schuker. Michelle Schuckler. Angela Scott. Benjamin Seidel. Stacy Smith. Jill Sigel. Clint Smith. Mark Smith. Valerie Snell. Stephanie Snyder. Dana Sorensen. Jesse Beth. Robert Stevens. Jessica Dorter. Autumn Grohl. Jason Sikori. May Howe. Hank Howe. Jeff Turris. Jamie Sandboxen. Jeffrey Van Caster. Jeremy Vandehei. Melissa Vanderlinden. Song Zhang. Gia Zhang. David Barney. Andrew Vaughn. Ruth Sen. Jamie Vissers. David Bisbee. Paul Bisbee. Joshua Walter. Sarah Watson. Seth Watson. Lee Wiseman. Mark Westerman. Ann Wheelock. Courtney Wicker. Jamie Winston. Joseph Weedy. Kristen Wilcox. Bradley Williams. Douglas Winkler. Nathan Laughlin. Emilia Wolfgren. Jennifer Woodward. Kimberly Yeager. Candace Zenlin. Lead the choir in singing Irish Blessing.
While the choir assembles with the staff, please line up and back for the recessional, please. Thank you. Thank you, parents, for 4 great years, and congratulations, Southwest alumni. Mr. DeMotte.
The preceding was a Time Warner Cable 4 production.